Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. I'm still trying to get better. I mean, I thought I was feeling great and then I started feeling bad again, but that's okay. I'm all right. I'm pressing through. I just, man, I had a lot of sinus drainage, a lot of mucus, and God, I had to hack and cough just to come on here to talk for a half hour. It was awful. Um, I promised everybody, well, I kept saying I was going to do a Susan Morphew um, interview. A Susan Morphew video. And I'm going to do one and I'm going to talk about her tonight. Um, Susan Morphew, she's so precious. Um, I'm just going to show you a picture of her. I'm not going to show you the video, but this is Susan Morphew. And she's out of Salida, Colorado. And her husband said that she went missing on a bike ride. And actually, these are my opinions only, but actually, he staged her bike and her helmet, and he was mad at her. They were having marital problems. This is her husband, Barry, here. They were having marital problems, and she just conveniently went missing on well, they say May 10th, Mother's Day, is what Barry reported her missing. And of last year. And, well, actually, it's going on the second year. I believe it's 2 years now. But anyways, they have not found her body. And Barry was arrested. Barry Morphew was arrested. And there's all kinds of body camera footage that came out. There's all kinds of videos. And so I'm not going to get into a deep and heavy thing with Susan Morphew, because if you just put Suzzanne Morphew's name in the search bar on YouTube, you're going to find all kinds of excellent information. There's a few channels that I listen to, and I'm going to tell you the channels I listen to. One is It's a Crime by Linda. She's got a lot of good info. Also, Sweetie Pilo just read all the transcripts, all the arrest warrant of Barry Morphew. And so I would encourage you to go over to Sweetie Pilo's channel and that you subscribe to her, because she's got the whole affidavit and she's been reading it. And it is so interesting. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. Well, first of all, I want to say that if you go and watch this video, I'm not going to show it to you, because if you're interested in it, you can, but I'm not going to take their video. But when Barry, this one right here, it says when Barry, when he showed up at the scene and they told him about the bike, he kept saying, "Where's the bike? Where's the bike? Oh my God, where's the bike? Not where's my wife? Where's my wife? Where's Suzzanne?" No, he didn't say that. And so that really, really irritated me. But as Sweetie Pie, well, Lauren, she is a sweetheart. She's been going through the arrest affidavit, and I just love her. But there's so many interesting things that I would really encourage you to listen to that. Do you know that Barry Morphew mentioned that maybe Suzzanne was in the river in a log jam about 8 times that I counted? And I think it's even more. In the river. He kept saying in the river, in a log jam, in the river. And so they might want to, listen to him. And, he could be just trying to send him off track. But it's weird that he keeps saying that, in the river. Also, it came out in this arrest warrant, and we always wondered, but there was bare footprints in the bobcat bucket. Bare footprints in the dust. And so I believe he buried Suzzanne with the bobcat somewhere. And he always talked about, that he could bury anything and nobody would ever find it. Throughout his, his interviews, he told the CBI and the 8 special agents that, he didn't know about the affair with Suzzanne. And, all these months we were thinking, my God, do these cops even know what's going on? And you know what? They knew exactly what was going on. When you listen to those arrest affidavits, they knew from day one that Barry fought with her. Not day one, but basically not long after that they figured it out. They knew that Barry caught her on the phone taking selfies, talking to her lover. He chased her around with that dart gun. And I don't know how he killed her, but I believe that he killed her. So, anyways, these, like I said, these are my opinions only. Barry Morphew is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but in the court of public opinion, Barry Morphew is guilty to me. All throughout, everywhere throughout that, everywhere throughout that arrest affidavit, he's so cocky and he has an answer for everything. And he basically lets you know what a control freak he was. He was so, she wanted to get away from him. And how coincidental that she just happens to go missing. And Barry was sitting there listening to a crime radio show about how a woman goes missing on her bike and then his wife goes missing on her bike, right? How interesting. But anyways, I do believe that a jury of 12 would find him guilty just on what they have right now, because it's, who else would have done this? I'm sorry, they had marriage problems and he got rid of her, in my opinion. And so, but I would just encourage you, if you're interested in the Suzzanne Morphew case, that you go look at some of these channels and you check them out on her case. And I believe he's supposed to be going back to court for his trial in May. And I know that they moved this out of the county. The judge will not allow any of the domestic dispute stuff in this case, and that really, really makes me angry. No wonder men get away with abusing wives, because it's judges like that won't allow even those kind of things, because it proves that he had motive to be mean to her, that he was mean to her in the past. And I'm going to tell every single one of you again, if you are in a domestic violence situation, if you know someone that's in a domestic violence situation, please, for God's sakes, write it down, write the date, write the incident down, tell somebody that it happened, and call the police or call someone, because you gotta have documentation of this stuff, okay? Thank God Suzzanne listed all her grievances against Barry on her phone, in her notes. And I think that's an awesome idea. I'm glad she did that, because otherwise she wouldn't have had proof that he was mean to her and that they were fighting. But I think that's just a dang shame that that judge would do that. And he's giving them special treatment. They're not allowing the cameras in there. And that even feeds into this abuser even more. Barry is a narcissist abuser. He has his his daughter's controlled, and I can't believe that they are so manipulated that they don't see through it, and that they didn't love their mother enough to support her instead of him. And that's what I'm going to say about that. That's really basically all that I wanted to talk about with the Susan Morphew case. I have my own opinions about it, and these are mine. And you can really dig deep into this case, and I did for a long time. And I literally exhausted myself in the Susan Morphew case because it seemed like that's all I did day and night, and that's what I've been doing in the uh, Summer Wells case, searching day and night in the news, on YouTube, on the internet, looking wherever I can to see if I can find any info that might lead us to the knowledge of the disappearance of Summer Wells. She's a 5-year-old girl that's missing out of Kingsport, Rogersville, Tennessee. If you have any information regarding Summer Wells' disappearance, I ask that you call TBI and 1-800-TBI-FIND. And I think the reward is up to 70-some thousand for any info leading to her finding her. And so, anyways, I wanted to just discuss Summer Wells a little bit. Her mom was on Benny Keys yesterday, Blood Money Benny Keys. If you want to go look at his channel and see her on there, I'm not going to share her. I don't need a copyright strike from Benny, but Candace, she said she's getting threats and weird things from this predator nation or whatever. But you know what just bothers me? I mean, I really thought that maybe she was going to talk about the summer and really get into that and, be sad or make a plea or something. And I'm sorry, everyone, but that woman doesn't seem like she holds a bit of sadness for her child. And, she was crying the other day, but you know what? My mother, bless her heart, she's in heaven. But my mother, she would drink like maybe twice a year. So she would go to a wedding and have a few drinks, mixed drinks, or a couple beers. And that was all she needed, and she was out of it. And my mom would cry and cry. She was one of them drunks that cried. And I believe Candace does that when she's, drinking. She starts crying about everything. And because I'm saying I don't believe it's out of a pure heart. I'm sure she misses her children. My God, she would be a monster if she didn't miss her children. But I don't know if Don and Candace had nothing to do with their child missing, then it's going to amaze everyone. And then somebody they know that's very close to them took Summer Wells, and something needs to be done. But, here's the thing. Okay, think about this just for a couple minutes. If Candace and Don believed that anybody in their neighborhood, Jody Sue, Andy, Fred Hill, all them people in the neighborhood, the Sherfies, you don't think that they would be going and checking and fighting and arguing with the police to get them to go over there if they really believed they were suspicious? I mean, if my child was missing, you're going to be dang right that I'm going to check every one of them neighbors, and I'm going to be finding out where my daughter is, and I wouldn't care. But I just want to put out, a shout out to some of these other channels. Crystal's Crime Time. She's a sweetheart, and she has a lot of great info. All Things Down on the Farm. She's a wonderful lady. Shay's Safe Place. I just adore her and love her. She's got a lot of great info in Nita's World. And they just really get into the Summer Wells case, and I like to watch them and hear what they got to say. And I'm enjoying those channels. In Harsh Reality, that guy's awesome too. He's got a lot of great stuff on Summer Wells. So anyways, there's a few plugs for, Crime Stories Obsessed. She's good. Also, No Thanks Investigates. I'll give a shout out to Doug. He is funny, and he has been with us all along, and he's been trying to keep us updated on Summer Wells, and he's had Don different ones on his channel. So go check him out at No Thanks Investigates. He'll crack you up. Usually my husband and I listen to him in the morning. My husband drinks coffee, and we just sit there and crack up what Doug's got to say. But he makes us laugh. You know, without a laugh, what are you going to do in this case? It's so sad. There's just something so wrong in the Summer Wells case. I mean, 8 months already, and no clues, and no leads, no nothing. I mean, it really bothers me a lot. I watch so many crime stories and so many court trials and so many different documentaries, and it's just so sad how it just seems like other children are found a lot faster, and I don't know. I know some have been missing for a really long time. I'm not saying that, but I want to ask you, all of you, if you get a chance, to go over and watch the documentary. There's quite a few of them on Harley, Dilly. I watched that the other night, and man, it broke my heart. I was crying because Harley Dilly was such a sweet kid, and his parents were ignorant to him. And he started blogging on his phone, and he was so smart for a young kid. But he came on, and a few times he was locked out of the house when he was blogging, and it was cold, you know. Well, anyways, he came up missing, and they found him in the chimney across the street, an abandoned house. And I just really believe that his parents, you know, put him in there so he wouldn't be found at the house, and hid him in there since it was a vacant house. And so, see, I'm not crazy. If you go look at the house pictures of Don and Candace Wells, it looks like there's fresh cement right around their chimney, and it makes me wonder if they shoved her down the chimney. I know that sounds morbid and it sounds weird, but they found that boy in the chimney. They found other people in the chimney that had been missing. Also, they found a baby in the roof rafters. So there are so many places that Summer Wells could be that, you know, she's not a very big girl, and she didn't weigh very much. Like 40 pounds, that's not a lot of weight on her for as old as she was. She should have been weighing more than that. Anyways, I think they need to check more of the mines around there. If there's any old caves or mines, I think they need to check some of the rivers still. I think they need to go back to the house at Summer Wells and take the dogs there again, and have Candace get out of that house for a couple weeks, because I think they need to redo and check that property again. I know that I'll probably get people not liking me for this, but I think Michael Vaughn's dad or his stepdad or Brandy's boyfriend, I believe that he did something to that little boy. Maybe Brandy doesn't even know. I do not think he was abducted. Why would you leave a little child outside by himself and go in the house and go change the baby and just leave him out there? What if he ran in the road and got hit by a car? If anything, I think this boyfriend should be charged with neglect because he wasn't watching Michael. And there's something about Brandy. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to offend anyone or hurt anybody's feelings. These are my feelings. I feel like I've met a lot of liars in my life and that I can pick up on people. And I feel like Brandy's lying in a lot of ways. I'm not saying that she did anything to her son. I don't think she did. And I do believe she loves and misses him. But I think the boyfriend had something to do with this. And, or husband, well, whoever he is, if that's the real dad, the sideshow guy. I mean, who wears a shirt to the interview that says sideshow? I mean, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but think about it. You're going to be on the news. And so anyways, that case that I told you about, Harley Dilly, really bothered me. Michael Vaughn's case really bothers me. But I'm afraid to just put myself in it too emotional because, I don't know, I'm already very emotionally involved in the Summer Wells case. I also want to discuss Mallitie. She's missing out of California. And she's a young mother that went missing. And her husband's been arrested, Larry Mallitie. And, you know, I still think Billy, this attorney that went into Larry and Maya's house when Maya went missing, they said that the refrigerator, that the uncle came and picked up the freezer and took it out of the house that same day, that same night. So it was really weird. And they did look in that freezer, but that doesn't mean that she couldn't have been in that freezer, that they hauled her out of there. So, and there was gunshots at the house. So these are just my opinions, but, you know, we believe, a lot of people believe Larry shot his wife and hit her body, and the family's searching relentlessly for Maya. Poor Suzzanne. You know, I was listening to that arrest warrant on Sweetie Pilo's channel and listening to Barry go on, and I'm thinking that poor woman went through hell. I mean, she really did. Telling her what she could eat, what she could drink, you know, making her seem like she's an alcoholic. And I want to tell you something right now, a drug addict and an alcoholic. That is such an outright lie from Larry. He was telling the detectives that it looked like Suzzanne was drunk. And of course, you know, that's what narcissists, abusive husbands, men do. They got to tear down their spouse. They got to make them look bad. Well, the thing is that Suzzanne was training to become like a personal trainer, athletic trainer, a health trainer. She beat cancer twice. She was bike riding. She was taking care of herself. She was eating healthy. And you're not going to tell me that she was a drunk and she was a drug addict when she was as fit as could be, healthy. She looked so young, even in that last picture that she texted Jeff Libler, her boyfriend. She looked so young and healthy. and how terrible, how awful, and how wrong of Barry to take Suzzanne's life when she beat cancer twice, and how terrible and ignorant of Barry that he wasn't there for Suzzanne when she needed him during her cancer treatments. You know how hard that is? I mean, people get really sick and nauseous and they can't do anything a week, and he would leave her. And you know what? He talks about being a hard worker. Well, hell, he was at the workout gym flirting with one of the workout ladies there 4 days a week. So, whatever, Barry, you never worked that hard. You worked hard at trying to be a playboy and trying to be cool and make yourself look like you're some kind of stud, and you're not nothing in my eyes. You're not no stud. And the only reason Suzzanne seemed to have sex with you was to shut you up and to get you away from her, to pacify you so she didn't have to deal with you. And just goes to show that you probably weren't giving her any orgasms because you had to look it up on the internet how to give a woman an orgasm. Well, Barry, after that many years, you're telling me you didn't know how to do that? And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be that blunt, but come on. You didn't know how to satisfy your wife after so many years? Oh, you got a problem, buddy. And, I'll just say this, because I'm just going to tell you this. When I was in an abusive marriage for years, I never enjoyed sex because, after he would smack me around, then he wanted to go to bed and make up for it. Well, I didn't enjoy it at all. And I actually thought that I might be a prude sexually until I left him and divorced him. And then I realized it was just because I was getting beat up by him. I didn't have any desires towards him. So, that don't mean nothing, really. It really doesn't mean a thing. He was acting like, oh, Suzzanne wanted to have sex with me. Oh, she couldn't have been liking this other guy if she was messing around with me. Oh, that's a bunch of baloney. I know a lot of women who put up and shut up. They don't want to deal with you, and so they'll go along with your sex advances, Barry. So, I mean, I just felt bad, really bad for Suzzanne, and you can really see what a controlling narcissist he was through that arrest warrant. And, the same with Maya Mallitie. She was being abused too, and she was being controlled. And ladies, I gotta tell you, if you're in a situation like that, you need to get out. It is so scary. I mean, you could die in your marriage like these two ladies did, and they weren't able to get out. And so I'm just giving you the warning that I'm sorry, these men don't change. You think they're going to change. You think if you move to another state that he'll change. You think if you have a fresh new start. You think if you have a child. You think if you get married that he's going to change. And he's not going to change. He's never going to change. I don't believe that men can be rehabilitated from being an abusive partner. I'm sorry. I think there's something miswired inside the guy, and that he cannot change. And it's very risky if you want to keep putting your life or your children's life with you in danger by staying with him. I mean, I would never tell anybody to leave their marriage, because I believe marriage is, instituted by God. The Bible says what God has joined together, let no man put apart, but there is divorce. God forgives. But what I'm trying to say is I would never encourage that. But But I would never want to see a woman be put at harm's way emotionally, physically. So, only you can change your life. But just know that it's a very dangerous situation, and you could end up losing your life if you're in a domestic violent marriage or relationship. And if it does get worse, it does not get better. Nothing gets better. I said in my video, in my little testimony, that I thought if I did all these things right, if the house was perfectly cleaned, if he had a beautiful meal, if I fixed my hair just right or got the right clothes, that he would love me and he would treat me better. And he never treated me better. He never changed. He still hasn't changed after all these years. So don't think that they're going to change for you. People only change what they want to. And they have to want to. You can't control or make anybody change. You can't make anybody love you or want to be with you. So, trying to keep my phone over here so it looks so dang smoky in my house from this wood stove and the glow from my TV. But I want to do a video. Hopefully, the next time I do a video, I want to do it on all the suspicious things about Jody Sue. I know that some people like her. I don't trust her. I'm sorry. I just found out that she actually was having her shirt auctioned off that she searched for Summer Wells in. She actually had some creators, channels, auction off her shirt for money. If that isn't weird and sick, I'm sorry. I don't know what is. That is disgusting to me. You got a problem if you have to do those kind of things. And why she inserted herself in this case, I have no idea. Why she wanted to have media attention on herself. Why she wanted to talk about the scream. She changed her story so many times. So I need to do a video just on that. Just on the suspicious people in my mind. But anyways, I really haven't heard too much new info. Don telling Candace that don't leave me. Well, it's just a bunch of gossip and a bunch of rumors, and it gets old listening to it, doesn't it? So I didn't really want to go through what the latest gossip is on Don and Candace, because who cares, right? The only thing I want to know is when they find Summer Wells, or if Don and Candace confess. That's the only thing I want to hear about them too. I keep waiting to hear on the news that Don and Candace Bly have been arrested. And that'll be a happy day for me because I know that they're responsible for their daughter being gone. That they got Summer gone. So, well, listen, everybody. I just want to check in, do a little talk about all the different things that were on my mind. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Keep praying, keep hoping, keep believing, keep your head up. Don't get discouraged, don't get depressed. We're going to see some kind of breakthrough one of these days, and that's when I want to say one more thing is that the CBI and those detectives, even though we thought they knew nothing and they weren't going to do nothing in the Barry Morphew case, boy, they had a lot of stuff. So we can't doubt the TBI, okay? I believe they're putting together a case. They know something. They're going to do something. They're going to arrest someone. I believe that. So, eventually. And hopefully summer can be found when the snow melts. And Suzzanne Morphew too. I'm praying that the Lord will let Suzzanne and summer wells be found when the snow melts, which will be next month, hopefully. So anyways, everybody have a good week and take it easy, okay? All right.